Welcome to the Monday Kickoff. Hope you guys are having an amazing start of the week. In today's video, guys, as usual, we're gonna have a full breakdown of all of the events coming to Raid Shadow Legends this week. At least what we know so far, because this week seems to be surrounded by mysteries. We have a brand new fusion starting, but we have literally no information about it whatsoever, which actually, in fact, just confirms the fact that most likely we're going to have some form of a collaboration rather than bringing in the new faction into the game. Or maybe it will be the new faction, but honestly, I am leaning more towards a new collab event. If you guys did not have a chance to check the video from the other day, we kind of like took a bit of a gamble with the chat GPT in there, and if that AI is actually right, I'm gonna laugh to that. But either way, a new fusion warm-up event. We have no information about the fusion as of today, guys. They tend to kind of like keep it a bit of a mystery when they do some type of collab events. They've done it in the past as well with Chaos Awakes, which is not really bringing in a new IP into the game, but they've kind of like kept it a secret. And every time they do a collab event, they tend to keep the fusions as secrets for a period of time. So I would love to be able to tell you what fusion we have or to give you some hints about it, but I'm really not sure. I have no clue about it. It's pretty damn close. We had Titus, we had the Orc fusion, and now bang, another one, literally back to back to back with almost no freaking breaks in between, which is pretty damn hardcore in terms of saving resources or using resources. I know for a fact I'm pretty damn dry on my account, right? But we do have a couple of different events as well. I do want to basically walk you through all of that. Before we get into it, make sure you guys complete your clan quests. If you haven't done it yet, if you are in the same position as me, where I haven't done nothing yet, so I'm going to have to look for some super easy quests that I can complete. And they don't seem to be too many in here. I'll have a look later, but make sure you guys pick them up. If you got to purchase anything from the clan shop before the daily reset, or rather said the weekly reset, make sure you guys do it. And it goes the same for the bazaar. Now this has a different reset for everybody. I had mine yesterday because I forgot a bit about it. I'm gonna pick up the void shard from here, and then I'm gonna walk towards the sacred shard. We will have a soul chase event starting too, and no, we won't have a 2x or anything like that, and I would strongly recommend you not to pull soul stones during this event unless you really do not care about saving resources. We don't know what events are going to come, okay? We had a pair of light for a guaranteed champion during the weekend that drained our resources, and most likely we're going to have more events that will drain our resources, like the event that will start Tuesday, tomorrow, but we're going to talk about that in a second. Seeing that they're really milking our resources, that once again says that, yeah, we might have something big coming to the game. I know it's kind of like repeating myself with this thing, because I said the same thing last week. We had the hero path as expected, actually. And I have a feeling that something big is coming, a collab event of some form. But a soul chase tournament without a 2x is really not that appealing. The spider turn attack has really trash rewards just by looking at it. The champion training tournament, I am going pretty ham on this one. And yes, I'm already at 50k points. If needed, I'll double that. I'll triple that. I will get a soul for Amantu, because I only have a 4-star soul. And for endgame, at least for my account, he will provide value for PvP, siege mode, and other content like that. So that burned a lot of resources on my account in terms of champion training, tournaments, events, because I'm at a point where I'm just literally wasting chickens in 6-starring random champions that I'll never be using or anything like that. We have a Gear Ascension tournament that started today. I'm definitely going to try to complete this to basically get a Soul Stone. This will require us to drop quite a bit of energy. The Fire Knight turn attack is not great in terms of rewards, but the main thing is that we have a 3x on Savage Gear at the moment. And Tuesday, we're going to have a 3x on dropping lizard accessories at the Spider's Den. I mean, we have so many freaking lizard things happening. Yes, we had that freaking super popular lizard day, but that's one day. And since then, we've got like a million events for the lizards, which once again says that something is going to happen with freaking lizards, reptiles, or something like this in the game. We even have this thing right here, the Lizardman summoning pool. I'm not going to click on it because I do not want to activate it on my account. I actually want to save my Prism summons, but it's actually crazy that we're getting so many events related to the lizards. And the teaser that we actually watched yesterday is talking about the sewers of Arnok. Now, either way, we've discussed about that in yesterday's video. We're not going to talk more about it today. But something is definitely happening. Like, why would we have even accessories for the lizards? Why we have so many things related to the lizards, right? Very curious to see what the fusion will be. But leaving all that on the side, we will have a new event. And on Tuesday, August 19th, they are planning to launch an extra legendary event for Ancient Shards. You summon one legendary, you get one for free. Yeah, I think this coming weekend, we are expecting a 2x on Ancient Shards, if I am not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Keep that in mind. It's worth summoning for 1+1 when you're close to the Mercy, when you're feeling lucky, or when you do not care about what else is happening. But other than that, I would not bother to summon right now, especially that we do not know what the next fusion is. But based on the fusion warm-up event, which is going to last for 3 days and 20 hours, most likely the next fusion will start either Wednesday, either Thursday, which means that whatever summoning event we're going to have during the weekend will count towards the fusion. So that is very important to keep that in mind when we're talking about resource management, because if you're burning your summons now on a 1+1 and then we have a 2x on Ancients with a summon rush, you're gonna miss out on a lot of points. And maybe the fusion champion is going to be some freaking OP character, or maybe it's going to be some trash character. I have no idea, but you might want to be prepared for that. So personally, I'm going to skip it. Not like I have many options, because I only have one freaking Ancient Shard. I've burned so many shards during the weekend. I've got around 5 legendaries during the Fina 15x. No Fina, unfortunately. I've summoned on a video, but then I opened my wallet more and more, and no luck, unfortunately, till I got to the point where, like, what am I doing? I'm so stupid for spending so much money. But that's what you can expect in terms of summoning events. Now, if you are paying attention as well to their Play and Play calendar, you see that everything stops right here. So no new events starting on Wednesday, which kind of like tells me that, okay, that's where the fusion will start most likely, Wednesday or Thursday. The warm-up event ends on Friday. Usually it ends one day after the fusion starts, more or less. So probably the fusion will start on Thursday. We do have a lot of different events going on, but not tempting, considering that we're not getting crazy things out of them, and we know for a fact that we have a fusion coming to the game. Now, in terms of an update/patch, I'm really not expecting anything to come, because more or less they've done everything that they've promised to do in the What's Next in Raid video. We do have the super raids in the Minotaur. They've done most of the QOL things that were promised. Of course, there's still a lot of things that they need to bring to the game, but from that point of view, I am expecting, actually, maybe not this week, maybe next week or in a couple of weeks, to get a new video with What's Next in Raid. Kind of like walk us through the next roadmap and what future changes they are planning to bring to the game, right? But other than that, really not a very eventful week from that point of view, except the super mysterious fusion coming to the game and the possibility of having a new collaboration event, or even the possibility of having the new faction in. But judging based on their previous ways of hyping things up for the new faction, I would expect them to do more than just a little text in the Play and Play tab, right? I would expect them to do something else. When they introduced the new mythical champions, they actually sent some cards to creators. They've made a lot of hype. They talked about it and stuff like that. Even for the Sylvan Watcher faction, they definitely had quite a bit of hype around it. And I feel like it's just not the right moment for them to bring a new faction in. It's the middle of the summer. The people's interest with the game is a bit on the low, and that's for most of the games overall. And I think if they are bringing a new faction, we're definitely gonna know about it in the What's Next in Raid video before they actually bring it. They've done the same with the Sylvan Watchers. I think they've done the same even with the Shadowkins, if I'm not mistaken. So I would expect them to promote it a bit more before they just drop it on us. So it's more likely that we're gonna have a collab event. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. As I was mentioning, really not extremely eventful whatsoever. I am not expecting to see an update, but we have the fusion, we have a bunch of events, and I am expecting to have 2x on Ancients this weekend. So keep that in mind if you are planning to open during the 1+1 on Ancient Shards. What would you like the new fusion champion to be? I personally think that we need something in the Ogryn tribes, the Skinwalkers. I feel like the Ogryn tribes really need a reviver. The Shadowkins really need a freaking reviver as well, because it's pretty painful without it. So seeing a good support champion rather than a damage dealer, I think is definitely better overall, regardless of the factions, as long as they're not the top factions, because we already have lots of support from for those factions. But the new fusion, I hope, is going to be a support champion rather than a damage dealer. We've got a lot of damage dealers recently. We really need a strong support champion. That was all for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Much love, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.